Morning, YouTube. Steve Trader 66 here. Um, it's 9:51 a.m. Eastern Time. Market is up 7.7, 6 points. And it's October 7th, 2025. I did take a couple of videos earlier today. Um, so let's see what we got going on here. We'll let the market marinate a little bit. I'm using a 5-minute footprint here with separate volume and delta profiles. We'll be looking at going long right here at just for a small, maybe a 2-pointer, uh, maybe to 795 even. Longer term, definitely bullish. I mean, the shorter term in the next 15 minutes, or probably bearish. Maybe we'll go down a little lower. But ultimately, I think we'll get a pullback above 94. That's what it looks like here, and possibly just get a run. So let's see what the order flow tells us. I wanted the it's early in the day. We have probably 7 minutes before 10 o'clock, and we'll probably see some other um, price action. It could be a complete reversal. It could go with the trend. Uh, so I'm looking for that. We are getting some decent volume in here. This looks the aggressiveness of the orders. I mean, they're building on the and the pulling. They're building pretty much on the. I mean, we're definitely lifting offers here, but I mean, look at these 70, 71. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten my stop. I'm going to get out. They're manipulating it. Let it marinate. That was a point and a half. And of course, we come back down. Sometimes you'll see um, when the orders come in, especially the passive orders. No one looks at this actually, the passive orders, because you really can't trade off of it, but you do get indications of who's adding and removing orders. All right, so that's a big deal. Now we got the pop. All right, and that was the bounce off of 94, right? So yeah, but I wasn't going to keep it in there because anything could happen. Now look at all these buyers. Yet we're going down. All right. So the assumption is 95.75, where we had most of the buying, and we're inside this volume profile. See if we can see some resistance here or support. All right, so this is either going to turn to support and continue for the price to come up, or it's going to make a complete drop down, and we could probably hit the 92.50. But my longer term goal is bullish. 96, probably 96-ish around here. We'll take a look. We did have some buying here, some selling came back in. This is, uh, real time trading here. We're building some decent delta here. We have some buying imbalances here. We have a untested POC down at 93.50. We got to keep an eye on that. All right. Well, PLC just moved completely up here. So we got some decent positive delta coming in. Or more than this, we have a little profile building between 99 and 98, which is only 1 point, but and then we have pretty much a nice run up to about 801, which is 2 points. A bunch of buying here. We got some selling. Let's see when the buyers start coming back in. They're starting to fill in at about 97 and a quarter. I'm saying at about 98.50, we may see a little bit of a pullback right about here. You see 71, 78. See the way they're building this? 74, 80, 78. They're coming very, very close in here. So I want to see these numbers do something, but I want to see them do it not in tandem. I want to see them do it something outside, within maybe 30 or 40 here. I'm not really concerned with the drop down here. We may hit 96 and a quarter as support, and we'll see. Because of these numbers here. Within the volume profile. So 96 and a quarter. Now we'll see what happens right in here. You got a whole bunch of selling. There's a lot of selling here, right? So 95 and a quarter. See if we could go back to, let's see this area right in here. Maybe 94.50, 95.50, 94 to 95.50, somewhere inside here. We'll see if they start building liquidity here. Let's see if they start pulling it here. In other words, when I'm saying liquidity, I'm saying the passive orders that are sitting in the book. All right. So if you take a look at yesterday's value area, and these are full days on the fourth chart, we had a point of control somewhere about 89.75, right? And the value area has increased. So this is the value area, right? And we are filling in this distribution. This distribution from 9:30 today has been like a D shape, which means balance. All right, so let's not fight that. All right, we're coming back down to the low of that, which is 92.50. So I'm still long-term bullish on the day based on what I'm seeing here in the volume profile. All right. We have a divergence of delta, meaning that we have more buyers in this 5-minute candle, except the sellers right now are dominating. All right. So we may see some support at 94 even. Longer term, though, we could pull down to 90, 50. Looks like right about, right about in here. Maybe 97-ish, 92.50. We're showing little bit of support right about in here. You got a big seller that just came in, 92 even. So if we stay above 92.50, we're just hovering around here at about 92. So I'm going to take a short, see if we can get a little pullback here. Maybe 92.50. I'll take the short. See if we come back up. All right, 92.75. So I'm short, and I'm looking somewhere about 90.50, somewhere around here. 90.50, about right here. We do have the VWAP here. I'll take that real quick for 2.5 points. Volume is sort of petering out a little bit here. I do look at the volume here. We just had a big buyer here, so let's see what happens. See the way we just came down, now we had a big buyer. All right. So a lot of folks, they don't use the volume. I use the volume below here too, just as a visual, right? Because yeah, you can see the volume coming up in the depth of market. But when did it come up? Do you remember? Well, it's telling you right here. It's saying pretty much your average volume is sitting about here. And the volume pretty much didn't go any higher than this previous volume here. All right. Right. Could it be one? Could it be? There's just a few participants here. We're not really dropping down too much. It's not respecting the high liquidity. See, we're just been able to drop back down. So we are going further down now. And I said about 90, 30, 90, 50, right? So we hit that 90, 50. I remember saying that. 90, 50, we did hit. All right. So I'm out of the trade, but we did hit that target. All right. Still long-term bullish, like we could start picking back up again. We do have some Fed speaking today, at about 10 o'clock. So we'll see, they start talking. FOMC, I believe, is tomorrow. All right. We're still in the government shutdown. Well, America is. We're still in positive territory. The market's up 1.75 points. Not a lot. So let's see. Still looking for shorts. Now, if we could get above 94.50-ish, then I'll change my mind. But right now, I'm still looking for shorts. We did have that spike of positive volume, yet we still went low. If you listen to the video, you'll see. See how the volume is just decreasing? So I think we could possibly pull some very, very small liquidity, trading lower, maybe till 85 even, which would be a nice 5-point move. with a few contracts, that could make your day. Yeah, definitely two-way trading. Let's see what happens um, at, let's say, 90.50, you know, around this area. See if we could continue to hover around 1950. If we could, then I believe the move will shift. Okay, 1950, 90.50, excuse me, 90.50, 9050. Okay, so we're getting here. This is a pretty big area at 92.50. All right, if we could stay above here, then possibly uh, back to 93 or 94, then, we could possibly go up higher. Anyway, we got a lot of buying in here. Let's see if we can hold support at 90.50. Remember, 90.50. They're starting to pull a little bit up here. The volumes are increasing. This POC hasn't been tested. We have finished auctions on the bottom. So it looks like an up move right now. We'll see what happens at 93. Had a bunch of sellers. A couple of buyers are moving in. So at 91.50, like right in here, you can see there's a lot of, if you just take a look around, I had a dip at about 91.25. Another dip, 91.25. Came up, moved up higher, consolidating. So yeah, when you have that little consolidation, the order flow is going to tell me what direction it could break out from. All right. So right now it's really compressed in here. You can pretty much see it here as well, where the compression is. You just see the volumes moving. Just a bunch of noise here between 90 and 91. And we said 92.50 earlier. 94 and a quarter. I am going to go short. If we get to that point, we'll see. 94, we're going to go short. I expect to go to 95 and then come back down a little bit. Remember, 94 is a big number. 93.50 is a big number. 94.50 is a big number. So maybe we'll go down to 92.50. And that's where I'm going to actually put my, I'll go to a 1-to-1 ratio from here. We're kind of hibernating and just doing its thing here. All right. See the order flow come up. It could take you out real quick. I'm still thinking that we're going to go below 94 even. So we'll see. So I move my stop and move my target. All right. One of them is going to hit. A big buyer here. You want to see this turn green? Bigger numbers here. You want to see him start pulling bigger numbers here. There's a lot going on right here. So 94 was the big number. Those who have traded with me for a while know that my entries are very subjective and they're volatile. All right. So we're not going up any higher. So we're going to move the stop. Maybe we could get it. We did. So we got a 1.5 there, and I'll do that. So if you like this kind of content, please like, subscribe, share, comment. If you comment, I will get back to you in the video. If you want more of an explanation, or if you want to join my free Discord where we have general discussions about this stuff, join. It's free. All right. If you want more, I do have a monthly subscription, very inexpensive, just to for those who are really serious about trading and want to learn this stuff, how to read order flow. And right now, there's actually I'm probably just going to limit it to maybe 5 or 10 folks, and then close the membership down. But I'm looking for folks that want to learn this stuff, not folks who are coming in and just want to check out my Discord, not participate or whatnot. So I want serious people and just have a little bit of skin in the game. Nothing expensive, maybe like 50 cents a day to join. And you'll have access to me. And possibly I'll do screen shares and stuff like that as well, depending. So that's about it. Appreciate you watching. Thanks for the support. See you on the next one.